Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. I am passionate about organizing because it makes my clients' lives so much easier, more relaxed, and with more time to spend the way they want to. That's what organizing is all about. It's not about being neat or having the right containers. It's about getting more time for what matters to you. My specialty is chunking down this big topic so it's not overwhelming. That's the concept behind my book, 5 Minutes to a Relaxing Bedroom. And that's the concept for this podcast, too, which is based on my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. In every podcast, I'll lay out a simple organizing concept and tell you why it's important. I'll also include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away. Okay, here we go. Today's topic is, what is the emotional cost of clutter? We usually think of clutter as being a physical space issue. It's a drag because it gets in our way and it makes it hard to find the things we're looking for. Clutter can also be dangerous when that stack of boxes falls on top of us or we trip over something. Sometimes we consider it a financial problem because we can't pay the bills if they've gotten buried in a pile somewhere. We also waste money buying things that we already own but can't find. Or we find them months later, not remembering that we'd bought them already before. And there's also a mental aspect. We are much more likely to be distracted when there are so many things to look around at and to take care of. However, clutter has a big emotional component as well, and that's the most destructive one. One of my clients, Lisa, had a lovely home, stuffed to the gills with her possessions. She had wonderful taste and a variety of interests. But she had pieces of furniture that were awkwardly blocking the doorways because the room was so full. She had amazing cabinets with carved doors, and those were so full it was hard to open them without something falling out. Her closets had overflowed, and clothing was on portable racks, taking up most of the bedroom floor space. Every item was carefully chosen and prized. In the kitchen, there was a similar situation. Appliances covered almost every inch of counter space, and canned goods were precariously stacked wherever there was space, since the cabinets were full. Although everything she owned was of good quality, there was just too much of it. Her cluttered kitchen was so overwhelming that she'd gained a significant amount of weight. Yes, indeed, studies have shown that people whose kitchens are cluttered are much more likely to overeat than those with uncluttered kitchens. Dieters take note. The quantity of books crammed into the shelves made her feel disheartened because she wasn't reading any of them. They reminded her of interests she'd not made time for, and she felt completely stuck. All those possessions, which had initially brought her joy, were now just weighing her down. She realized she was, in effect, putting off living her life because she felt so trapped. This is the emotional cost of clutter. That's Lisa's story. But let's go back to you. What kind of emotional costs is clutter incurring for you? Let's start with not wanting to invite people over. If your home is so cluttered that you don't feel comfortable letting anyone but your very close friends in to see it, it means you've got an uncomfortable secret. Often it means you believe others will think less of you if they saw your home, that you're not who you say you are, that you're an imposter. That doesn't feel very good. Some clutter is the result of missed opportunities, maybe events that are passed, activities not undertaken, invitations that got forgotten. Those have an emotional weight to them, burdening you with regret and undermining your self-esteem. You may have unfinished projects sitting out to encourage you to finish them, but mainly what they do is make you feel like a failure because you're not working on them. Finally, there's the emotion of shame, the most toxic of emotions. When your clutter level makes you feel ashamed, it's a serious problem. Because the result of this buildup of negative emotions can be depression, sadness, and disappointment in life in general. Getting organized is not just about putting the spice jars in alphabetical order. It's about improving the quality of your life every single day. Feeling in control of your environment makes you happier and calmer. You can't feel in control when there's chaos everywhere, so that's one reason to get organized. Making decisions about what to keep and what not to, and then acting on those decisions will also make you happier. It's like setting a goal and achieving it. It may seem like keeping stuff around means that you're prepared for anything, but it also means that you're getting ready constantly for bad things to happen, and that's a pessimistic frame of mind, not a happy one. Deciding to let go of things that you don't have a current specific use for Or things that you just love, that's perfectly okay. It means that you trust, and having trust makes you happier. Believing that you'll have what you need when you need it, or can easily get it, is a much more confident, upbeat outlook. So don't discount how much emotional baggage is being filled up with clutter. You owe it to yourself to see how much happier you can be when you release the clutter. Your action step today is to find something you define as clutter. This is important. Clutter is in the eye of the beholder. And ask yourself what chunk of emotional clutter you'll be free of if you get rid of that thing. And then do it. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. You can find out more about me on my website, www.cluttercoach.net. Read my blog there, and also check out my store to find my books for sale and some freebies too. And come back for more next week.